Welcome everyone. Today is class number 1. Today I will solve popular equations shown on the digital SAT test. So let's see type number 1, equations with variables on one side. Here the first step is always to simplify each of the sides if needed or if possible. So let's apply here the distributive property 3b plus 6 plus 2b is 21. Then combine like terms, which is 5b plus 6 equals to 21. And after that, in order to isolate the variable, we will subtract 6 from both sides. So we get 5b equals to 15. And at last, we divide by 5. So the value of b gives 3. Now let's see the second type, which is equations with variables on both sides. Here the steps to follow are basically the same. First, we will simplify each side if possible or if needed. We have to apply the distributive property 30 plus 3x minus 5 equals to 5x minus 15. Next, we will combine like terms. 30 minus 5 gives 25. So 25 plus 3x equals to 5x minus 15. Now what comes next is to put together all the x terms on one side and to put together all numbers on the other side. So we get 5x minus 3x is equal to 25 plus 15, so 2x equals to 40, and at last we divide by 2, so the value of x is 20. Now let's see the third type of equation shown on the SAT test. Cross multiply. Cross multiply is a basic strategy that can be used whenever you are shown an equation with the form of a divided by b equals to c divided by d. Whenever you are shown this, your first move should be to cross multiply. That is a times d equals to b times c. Now let's solve the examples on the left. And the first one says, what value of t is the solution of the equation above? So we have 3t divided by 5 equals to 9 divided by 10. So cross multiply 3t times 10 is equal to 9 times 5. At last, in order to isolate t, you have to divide both sides by 3 times 10. So you get t equals to 9 times 5 divided by 30. Next, you can simplify, or you can calculate this on the calculator, and you will get 3 divided by 2. The next example, so you will apply cross multiply again, so you get 3x times 2 equals to 5 times x plus 1. Now on the left, 3x times 2 gives 6x, and on the right, 5x plus 5, and last we will subtract 5x from both sides, so the value of x gives 5. In order to solve a fractional equation, first we need to get rid of the denominator, so the first step will be to find the least common multiple of 7, 3, and 21. That gives 21. And the next move will be to multiply both sides by 21 times 21 and times 21. So we get 21 times 2x minus 9 divided by 7 plus 21 times 2x divided by 3 equals 2. 8x minus 1 divided by 21 multiplied by 21. Here we can simplify. 21 divided by 21 gives 1. 21 divided by 7 gives 3. And 21 divided by 3 gives us 7. So we're left with 3 times 2x minus 9 plus 7 times 2x equals 2. 8x minus 1. The next step is to simplify the left side. That is 6x minus 27 plus 14x equals to 8x minus 1. Now we have to combine like terms on the left. That gives us 20x. 20x minus 27 equals to 8x minus 1. Now we will subtract 8x from 20x, and we will add 27 to negative 1. So that is 12x equals to 26. Next, we divide both sides by 12. And if we reduce the lowest terms, we get 13 divided by 6. There it is. Now let's see the second example. First, we will calculate the least common multiple of 16, 8, 5, and number 10. That gives 80. Next, we multiply each side by 80. 80 times 13 divided by 16 times x minus 3 over 8 times x equals 2. That is 2 over 5. Yep, 2 over 5 plus 3 over 10 times 80. Okay, so next, distribution. 80 times 13, well, that's 13x divided by 16 minus 80 times 3x divided by 8 equals 2. 2 over 5 times 80 plus 3 divided by 10 times 80. Now we will simplify. Here 80 divided by 16 gives a 5. 80 divided by 8 gives a 10. 5 divided by 80 gives 16. And 10 divided by 80 gives an 8. Now 5 times 13x is 65x. 10 times 3x gives 30x. On the right, 2 times 16 gives 32 plus 3 times 8 gives 24. 65x minus 30x, 35x, and here we get 56. So we divide by 35, and at last x gives 56 divided by 35. Reducing the fraction, the lowest terms, we get the value of x is 8 divided by 5 after dividing both by 7. That's it. Let's see more about SAT equations. The next example is about substitution. So it says if x minus 2 divided by 4 is equal to k, and the value of k is 3, what is the value of x? Now, what you have to do here is first replace k by 3 and then multiply both sides by 4. So we get x minus 2 is equal to 12. Next, we add 2 to both sides of the equation. And finally, the value of x gives 14, which is choice D. Sometimes they will ask you to solve for expressions instead of a single variable. See here, if 3x plus 5 is equal to 7, what is the value of 6x plus 8? In order to find the value of this, we need to find out the value of 6x. Now, from the equation above, 3x plus 5 gives 7. We will subtract 5 from both sides. So 3x is equal to 2. And then remember that we need to find the value of 6x. For that reason, I will multiply both sides by 2. So 6x gives 4. And then I will replace that here. The value of 6x is 4. And 4 plus 8 gives 12, which is choice C. Let's continue with solving for expressions on the SAT. Here in example number 1, we have to find the value of p divided by h. So the first move will be to cross multiply. 3 times p minus h is equal to 2 times p plus h. 3p minus 3h equals to 2p plus 2h. The next move will be to put together all the p terms on one side, and on the other side we will put together all the h terms. So we have here 3p minus 2p equals 2h plus 3h. Now p equals to 5h. In order to find the value of p divided by h, we will divide both sides by h, and by h, so we get rid of the h terms on the right, and finally p divided by h gives 5. Now let's evaluate the second example. Here our S is a solution to the equation above. Okay, we have to solve for the value of r divided by s. We will start with simplifying the left side, that is 3r plus 6s is equal to r plus s. So next move will be to put together all the s terms. And then we will put together all the r terms on the right side. R minus 3r Now let's see the second example for SAT equations. Here we have to solve for the value of r over s. So the first move will be to simplify this side. We get 3r plus 6s equals to r plus s. Next, I will subtract r from 3r, and I will subtract 6s from s on the right side of the equation. So we get 2r equals to minus 5 times s. Remember that we have to solve for r over s. For that reason, what we will do is the following. I need s as the denominator, like we need an s right here. So we will divide both sides by 2 times s. If we divide both sides by 2 times s, here we will eliminate the 2's, and on the right we will eliminate the s terms. So finally we get r over s equals 2 minus 5 over 2. Let's see example number 1. Here it says if 2x minus 3 is equal to 2y plus 9, find the value of x minus y plus 4. So in order to answer the problem, we need to find out what's the value of x minus y. And then we will add 4 to the difference. Now, 2x minus 3 equals to 2y plus 9. Since I need to solve for x minus y, I will subtract 2y from 2x, and I will add 3 to 9. Now, 2x minus 2y gives 12, and if I divide both sides by 2, I will get x minus y equals to 6. As you can see here, we've got the value of x minus y, so we just replace that here. X minus y is 6, and 6 plus 4 gives 10. Now, let's see example number 2. X divided by y is equal to 3 divided by 4. Find the value of 6y divided by x. Here you will solve this problem applying the inverse. If x Okay, let's see example number 2. If x divided by y equals to 3 divided by 4, find the value of 6y divided by x. Here what you have to do is the following. If x divided by y gives 3 divided by 4, then one can state that the inverse y over x is equal to the inverse of 3 divided by 4, which is 4 over 3. Now, 6y divided by x is the same as 6 multiplied by y over x. So you will just replace y over x here. So you will replace y over x by 4 divided by 3, and that gives 6 times 4 divided by 3, which is